Hello my darlings, my name is Victoria and this is Veritas Tarot. I love to do readings for love, obviously love of another, but most importantly love for oneself, because you can't pour from an empty cup, hence my cup of tea tarot. And in England there's nothing that a good cup of tea and a chat or a natter with a friend can't help with. And today we're going to have that cup of tea and a natter, a chat with Spirit to see what messages they have for you, Virgo. And if it resonates, please do let me know in the comments section. Please do like, share and subscribe. I would be so very grateful. And if it doesn't resonate, please don't try and make it fit. There are other amazing readers out there, and there will be a message there for you. I always believe that Spirit will guide the person who's meant to see the messages at exactly the right time, divine timing for them. So we're going to do your Six of Cups soulmate reading for you. We're going to see what's in your headspace and your heart space, their headspace and heart space, and we'll get some advice from Spirit, and then I'm going to pull you some love messages. And you know, this can be for soulmates who are together, starting out together, and maybe just having some communication problems at the moment, or some issues. Those that are apart, in separation, you'll know if the reading resonates for you or not. So we're going to see, this is what's in your headspace, Scorpio. This is, sorry, not Scorpio, Virgo. Maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio. We're going to see what's in your headspace. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's in Virgo's headspace. Thank you. There we go. So you have, oh, how beautiful is that? You have the Ten of Cups. I could stop the reading right now. So you're in your headspace. You are in a very good space, I feel. You've got there's some wishful thinking I'm getting, but you are in a very good headspace, and you're learning about being in the moment and being happy in the moment, because it's when we're in the moment and we're happy that we manifest more of the same. You know, when you are grateful and I am happy and everything, it all just creates more of the same coming through to you. So I feel there's a contentedness with you at the moment in your headspace, which is lovely. You've gone through a transition, which I'm being told, which is represented by the tent here, but you're very much on your path. Do you see here with the two young people there walking there? You're very much on your path, and it's a balance between that sort of emotional, which is represented by the waves, by the water here, and the grounding as well. You know, I'm also being told to tell you that if you're in a space where you're feeling like sometimes some things are overwhelming, remember, just like waves, it's all the pull of the moon. You'll only be given what you can handle at any one time, and then the water goes out and then it comes in again. So, you know, feelings and emotions are very much the same sort of thing. So that's in your headspace. Let me see what's in your heart space. Thank you, thank you. I don't know if there's been any codependency in this relationship with your soulmate, or some form of addictive behavior or something, but I do see that there with that card as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's in Virgo's heart space? There we are. So you've got the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is about, I think you've gone through a time where you were very much in a negative energy space. And this is a reminder for you about that it didn't feel great when you were in that space. You know, when people talk from their pain body, their ego side, their fear side, nobody else really listens. Everybody's sort of very much wrapped up in their own pain, and everybody's just lashing out at one another. But you see here this person, they're standing back from that Five of Wands, and they are looking at it objectively, passionately, but objectively. So they're standing back and observing, and I think that's where you've got to in your space. You're standing back and observing maybe things that are going on around you that are not making you terribly happy, but you're making a decision and not to get involved, or you're being guided to not get involved, to remain in your higher self and only speak your truth. If you can speak from love, speak from love. Try not to speak from your fear space. So there's something that's happened here with your soulmate that in your heart has caused you some hurt. But you're very much, that Ten of Cups is a very beautiful card. So it's a very deep connection you have here with your soulmate. Let's see what's in their headspace. Let's see what's in Virgo's soulmate's headspace. Thank you. Well, look at that. Got the Four of Wands. So this is a real, you have a real connection with this person. I think you're married. Certainly in a committed relationship with them. I think you've got, again here, you see these five kind of five of coming up ahead, like the 5 smoke things. This sort of is immediately telling me this is like the 5 of Wands. So I think sometimes you have kind of quite passionate little discussions, if I should say that, or arguments with them, but you're very much committed to each other. And this is represented by the 10 of Cups, and you have very many happy moments with them and everything. And what I've been told to tell you is, that, all relationships are for the evolution of our soul. And it's all about learning and growing, and when we have triggers and things, that's a gift from God, from the universe, to help us look at what might need healing on our side. And you both, these 2 people here, this is in their headspace for you. They know that there is clarity and truth there, that's represented by the blue, and there's grounding. It's very grounding, this relationship there with the red. So that's really lovely. And you've come out of a place, maybe this is the 5 of Wands, or you're coming out of a place which you can now see the wood for the trees as well, but you've come to this space, this clearing, and these 4 wands, they're about decisions that you've made together as well. And it's something that's very, you're manifesting. There's something here where I feel like you're in a committed relationship. I do feel that, in their headspace, they know, they have that clarity and truth about, you are their one, you are their person. So let's see what's in their heart space for you. Thank you. I think you just had a little bit of a rough patch, let's put it that way. So in their heart space for you, you have the Ace of Shields. So this is beautiful. I mean, the Ace of Shields is divinely guided, divinely protected. It's about a new cycle. It's about, shields are pentacles, okay? So it's symbolic of your sort of the physical world and health and wealth and material possessions and things. And it's really, though, here, I think this realization as well of ideas. And so whatever's in their heart space for you, they understand, this is the sort of mind, body and spirit. They understand that this is divinely guided and divinely protected. This is a very special grounding relationship for them. There are things that need to be looked at in your relationship still. This is represented by the hedge here. There are things unseen on the other side that can cause the restrictions. When we have things that we are not wanting to look at behind that hedge, it kind of narrows our path. We sort of go in the direction alongside the hedge, maybe rather than going over the hedge, if that makes sense. So, but they want to come in with an Ace of Pentacles. There's something, if they're with you or not with you, there's something that they want to offer you. There's something, and they're being very guided to do that. It's a very beautiful reading. Let's see what advice from Spirit is for you here. Thank you. Advice from Spirit for Virgo. Advice from Spirit for Virgo. Thank you. So here we are. You've got the World card. And I'm not surprised to see this here with the Ace of Shields. You're going through a cycle, my darling. You're going through a cycle with your soulmate. It's very much a soulmate reading, this one. The World card is about completion of something before you start something else, which is this Ace of Pentacles, all right? Whatever this is, this offer, this whatever they want in their heart space to show you, give you, build with you, work with you, new foundation, etc., etc. But the World card is that completion of an old cycle before you start your new cycle, okay? It's an ending and a pause in your life. And so if things aren't happening as fast as you would like, understand the universe is just giving you a bit of time out, okay? It's a little time out thing. And it's about that completion and completeness of something you've done, and you're suspended between as above, down below. So you're very aware of you're creating, about manifesting from a conscious state, not just a subconscious state, because we all manifest whether we're aware of it or not. And I believe with the 10 of Cups in your mind, you are manifesting and very aware of what makes you happy as well. And it's about spiritual awareness, and it's also about being able to share that knowledge with others as well, you know, what you've learned and gained. So, and it represents, you know, what you're truly desiring. So you've definitely completed something, and I really love to see that there, because, and you see here, she's holding in her hands that pentacle. So whatever you have done, my darling, whatever you've gone through, whatever things you've let go of, whatever conditioned behaviors you've let go of, whatever is happening, you have, well done you. You've come to an end of a cycle and you are manifesting this pentacle, this shield, this pentacle is ready to come in for you. Okay, but you're just being given that little pause and a breathing space at the moment, which is really lovely. And I think they're just making a decision at the moment about what's the right way to bring in that Ace of Pentacles for you, because very much they see you as something that is very committed. I'm just speaking about what I'm seeing in the cards. So whether you're in a relationship and it's a higher level of that relationship, or it's a soulmate coming back into your life, or it's a new soulmate coming in who's watching you at the moment, I don't know. But I feel there's something very committed between you. This is something that's been, because also you've got the World card, you've gone through a cycle already with them. And I really feel that there is, they bring you great happiness and you've had a lot of lovely, happy memories with them. So let's see, let's clarify now, Virgo, what the Ten of Cups. We can go a little bit deeper on these cards. And I think with the Ten of Cups as well, there's been a lot of time during this lockdown that we've had, you see, with the rainbow behind, and that's very much something in the UK, in England, that children drew rainbows. It was a sign of hope and trust and belief and faith during the lockdown. So I think there has certainly been a period, it's been a very happy time for you. It's certainly been a time of reflection as well, and a time of contentedness. I think during this lockdown you have learned to be in the moment. You've kind of thrived, not just survived. So let's see the Ten of Cups. Thank you. Please clarify the Ten of Cups for Virgo. Thank you. One card, please. There we go. Yes, I mean, so this is really interesting. So to clarify that, you have the Ten of Wands. So this is the World card, okay? And that represents the completion of a cycle. The Ten of Wands is the end of a cycle. So you've had to go through something to get to where you have learnt about this being happy in the moment and what makes you happy and what's important, and you've learnt self-love. I think you've been carrying around a lot of other people's energies with you, and I think you've tried very hard to make everybody very happy, and all that does is just create more burdens for yourself, because if you try and please everybody else, you have to remember about yourself, my darling. And so this Ten of Wands is that things were there was a time where you were finding things hard, and you weren't noticing as well what was going on. You've got your head bowed and you're kind of walking up these steps here, and you're not really looking at where you're going and all the sort of magic that's around you. But the Tower represents for me that sort of conditioned behaviours, and we create a rod for our own back as an expression in England. I don't know if it's the same anywhere else, but there's an expression, we create a rod for our own back, which is where we take on all of these things that don't serve us, and it's about letting go of them. It's about going back to that core, just kind of, I'm getting the words me, myself and I, but I don't mean that from a selfish point of view. I'm talking about your self-love and your self-worth. And it's about understanding that if we carry around all of these hurts and these conditioned behaviours and things that we think protect us, they don't. They just cause us more fear, and they just cause us to get stuck on this same hamster wheel. So well done you. I really feel you've come through something and you understand what I'm saying there. This has been a big journey for you. So let's clarify the Five of Wands. This is in your heart space for your soulmate. Clarify the Five of Wands. Maybe you just did so much for your family, you forgot about yourself. Too many cards, which everybody can do, especially when we have children and things. So yes, it's about balance. I've got the Five of Wands, I've got the Six of Shields. So this is about you finding balance in yourself and you understanding about what makes you happy, and not just giving all the time to people. Although they might be needy of it, you have to decide whether this is, as you have done, this is exhausting for you or not. And it's about saying, no, I'm really happy to help, but also I need my time and my space. And so this is about balance. And I really feel with this Five of Wands, There has been some form of imbalance in your relationship with your soulmate. There has been some hurts and some arguments, but you have come through it with that understanding. You've got the World card, and you're now seeing more about what a healthy, balanced relationship should look like. Because if it's not balanced, then you see the tree. You know, the tree doesn't flower. It needs. This has almost been a sort of symbolic understanding. The snow represents that sort of symbolic ending. You've come to understand with that Ten of Wands that you can't just keep doing this. Let's look at the Four of Wands. This is in your soulmate's headspace with you. So they very much see you as part. Oh, hello. Yes, they very much see you as part of their life. So you've got the Fool and the Three of Pentacles, which is, and I'm going to take both of those cards, so this is lovely. So, you know, the Fool is about letting go, okay? The Fool is about being guided by Spirit. The Fool is about starting to kind of go with the flow, let go, let God. This is, the little sack here is represented by that sort of untapped spiritual knowledge. So how they see you, you know, this Four of Wands, they also see you as being very just going with the flow at the moment, and that's absolutely lovely. And you're doing something from your heart space. This is sort of the green. So well done you, and it's creating a new foundation for yourself. This is the Three of Pentacles, you know, and this is in their headspace. So this is, you know, when somebody lets go of control and they look to sort of go with the flow in their life, and the magical, you know, all the magic, the surprises and delights start happening. I feel as well they want to take this leap of faith with you, because this is in their headspace, because it's about, again, this Three of Pentacles, about a foundation with you. And of course they want to come in and offer you this Ace of Shields, this Ace of Pentacles. So they very much also want to do this journey, and so they want to take this leap of faith with you. They have, thank you. Do you see here as well, because the cards, I want to just point out here, the cards can always have more than one meaning, and they can be for you and the other person. So sometimes if I talk about you first, it doesn't mean to say it's not relevant for the other person. So this was for both of you. But what I also see here for them is, do you see here with this flower, that represents that kind of letting go. It's sort of letting go of those sort of materialistic desires and more going with the heart. And that's also what, you know, the Fool represents here with the green. And they're being almost pushed by Spirit, you know, their little dog, their soul is their best friend, and they're kind of being pushed by Spirit to do this, to take this leap of faith with you. There's been a sort of symbolic ending in their life. This is with the mountains behind, the snow-capped mountains. But the sun represents the happiness they know that they have with you. And I'm seeing here this sort of waterfall down here. So it's very emotional for them. It might happen quite fast with them taking that leap of faith with you. Maybe the Four of Wands is representing, you know, them wanting that commitment with you rather than being in a committed relationship now. I don't know. It will resonate for some people and not with others, but they definitely want to be on a journey with you. And it's something that, you know, this Three of Pentacles about starting something, this foundation with you. Sorry about my little dog there. Sorry, my dogs were barking again. So yes, so they very much want to take this leap with you, leap of faith towards you. They're being guided by Spirit, and it's about starting a foundation with you, whether it's a reconciliation and or a new foundation, you know, something new with you. And this is why the Ace of Shields, the Ace of Pentacles is there. This is a really lovely offer, a solid offer coming in for you. So let's clarify that Ace of Shields, that Ace of Pentacles. Thank you. Let's clarify that Ace of Shields, Ace of Pentacles. One card, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, of course. You've got two. I'm going to keep both of them. Because, do you remember I just mentioned about the waterfall behind in the Fool? You've got the Prince of... So there's the waterfall down there. And you've got this waterfall here as well. So this is a very emotional thing for them. This is in their heart space, okay? It's they're kind of overflowing with love for you. It's amazing space for them to be in, but it is also overwhelming for them. So it's overflowing and overwhelming. But they, again, you know, they've got these feathers, these peacock feathers. That's the being guided by spirit. This is their third eye. This is their intuition. You know, and the white horse, that's sort of symbolic of that sort of coming in a space of clarity, in a space of peace. And it may come in quite fast for you. It may do, but it's coming in with love, my darling, because you've also, you know, aces are always divinely guided and divinely protected, okay? And this is very much a mind, body and spirit offer, because it makes them incredibly happy. You make them incredibly happy. Do you see the sun there as well? And the horse is bowing down. It's just like I'm getting the word, they've just succumbed to it. They've just accepted this is exactly how they feel. And there may have been some arguments and everything, but they know this is who you are to them. And the sunflower, it's always to me about soul family, and it's about turning to each other. Sunflowers turn to each other when the skies are grey, and so that's what the sunflower represents in this as well. It's just a beautiful card. There are still some walls of resistance. This is the brick wall here. There are still some walls of resistance, and it's representative of the hedge I mentioned to you again. Just some things that need to be looked at. They still need to look at, you still need to look at. And when I say look at, I mean just look at maybe triggers that you have had together with this Five of Wands, and to understand why that's been happening, because everything happens for us, and God sends us triggers to help us heal from old wounds, and particularly soulmates do that for each other. So it is a gift for you. Remember, that happens for you, not to you. But they love you, absolutely love you. So let's have a look at the World card. This is more information for you. Going a little deeper on the World card, please. For Virgo, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, you've got the Princess of Swords. So remember I said this is just a pause. This is just completing a cycle and coming into a new cycle, which is your Ace of Pentacles, all right? This is advice from Spirit. And you've got the Princess of Swords. So your soulmate is very much observing you at the moment and thinking about things and thinking about how to approach you as well, but with truth. Do you see here? With truth, which is lovely. They can't ignore how they're feeling anymore. And one of the things I'm getting here is the seagulls, you know, they tend to squawk, you know, kind of like it's quite noisy. And they've certainly been on this path. It's about this transformation as well with the butterfly here. So whatever journey they've been on, it's been a journey that has allowed them to come to this clarity. They're definitely wanting to say something, this Ace of Pentacles, but it is coming in. Remember, this is just a pause. This is just a little moment, just while you're having that kind of, you can't go bang from an old cycle into a new cycle. You just need that little bit of time. So God's giving you that little bit of time, but they're very much waiting to come in. It's just about how they do it. And if you are together, it's about how they talk to you to take your relationship to a new level. So let's just see. I'm going to pull you some love messages. Oh, they kind of flew out straight away. Oh, look at that. See, there you go. I don't need to really pull anymore. They were just there. They came out for me. Ever since I met you, nobody else is worth thinking about. So how amazing is that? That's so beautiful. They know. And this whole thing about not quite sure what to say or how to say it, but they know. I am struggling to find the right words to say to you. So I hope that brings whoever this resonates with a little bit of comfort and some peace and understanding. And it was a very lovely reading. There's a lot of love there for you, my darling. I'm very happy to see that you are in a much better space yourself as well. You just keep being you. You keep being amazing. You keep being in the moment. You keep being happy. You keep being this, not that. And everything will unfold at exactly the right time for you. It's going to be very, very beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed that, Virgo, and please let me know if it did resonate with you in the comment section. Please do like, subscribe and share. I will be so very grateful, And I hope you have an absolutely fabulous week, and I look forward to having a chat and a natter with you next weekend. Take care, my darlings.